All right, so now that your home is on contract, so if your realtor called you and said, now you're in escrow, what do? What is the timeline of closing of escrow? So here is the timeline. Typically, it's a 30-day timeline to close escrow. So you start from day 1. This is your first day. In 3 days, you're supposed to turn in a deposit. So this deposit actually holds the house for you. This makes sure the house is whole for you and you own it, and the seller cannot sell it to anyone else. So this deposit is then sent to escrow. Okay, so you have 3 days, 72 hours to turn this in. All right, once that is over, you have also an important timeline, 17 days to remove your contingency. So it's called a contingency removal. And what this means is you're telling the seller that you're happy with the home and that you will stick with the purchase and go through with the purchase. And typically there's 3 contingencies in the whole purchase. Okay, there's 3 of them. One of them is your appraisal. Second is your loan. Third is your inspection. An inspection is very important. Inspection is typically, there is actually 4 types of inspection that I always suggest my buyers to do. There's more, but there's typically 4. The home inspection, that will cost you about $350. Pest inspection, that will cost you about $100. And a roof inspection typically is free. And then also a sewer inspection that is going to cost you about $140, which where they camera the line of the sewer and give you a video of that. So these are the 4 inspections that you'll have during your purchase, and these fees are non-refundable. This $590 are non-refundable, so those are paid to the inspectors. And the appraisal fee is paid to your lender's appraisal, which is about $500 to $600, and that is also non-refundable. Okay, so basically for checking out the house, if you like it or not, these are the fees that you pay to outside vendor to look and investigate your home. So now once you're complete with all your inspections and you have gone through your reading of disclosures and you're satisfied with the home, then you move to closing. But what if one of these days you actually were not happy with the inspection, like most people do? They're surprised that the inspector finds so many issues at the home. So at this junction, you actually have a process called repair request. And this is where your agent needs to negotiate again with the seller. What is it that you wanted to request? And so this can go back and forth. And once you send the repair request out to the seller, they actually give you a response. It's called a RRR, response to repair request. And once that's returned, the seller will tell you in writing what he's willing to repair or what amount he's willing to give for the repairs. And so in that process, we'll determine whether or not the repairs are done or credit are given, okay? And after this process is done and finalized, we then go to final closing. So at this point, you will have a final walkthrough. And a final walkthrough, you will actually be signing your home paperwork with escrow company, signing. And that time, you will bring a cashier check to close the home. And usually your lender and me or realtor will be giving you a total amount to bring for closing of your home. On day 30, that's when you get your keys. At recording of your property in the county. So that is simply the closing process. In this whole process, who you'll be meeting in this whole process, mainly you'll be meeting your realtor. She's the one that speaks on your behalf, okay? That's Michelle, okay? And then you'll be giving your deposit to escrow, okay? And then you've probably heard some names like First American Title, North American Title, Orange Coast Title. That's called an escrow company. They do all the paperwork to process your title insurance, to make sure that your house is clear of all liens, and that make sure your house has all the right coverage for in case of anything was to happen, and the title search. Okay, so this is a very important piece of the escrow process. And then your lender. And this lender, will be parallelly working with you throughout the whole 30 days with Michelle. So basically all the loan documents, your disclosures, how much to bring to escrow, the amount, the person that deal with all the money. And then the inspectors. Inspectors, you'll probably just meet once or twice. So we have pest inspector, home inspector, roof inspector, and sewer inspector. I have clients that will go through all of these meetings. Typically, your inspector time frame for home inspection anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. And you can be there the whole time until he gives you a report about 50 pages or more, okay? And then the last person you'll be dealing with is probably the signing notary. And all the notary does, if you don't speak English, other than English, they have different translation of notaries that would come to your home, and they would actually charge a fee anywhere between $150 to $200 to come to wherever you're at. They can be in the USA or outside of USA. So the signing can be anywhere in the 50 states with a mobile notary, or outside of states in the US consulate. So basically, this person will be signing your paperwork. You would give this notary your deposit, your final closing check, and they would turn over all the loan documents securely to the escrow company. And at the end, you'll be getting your keys at recording of your grand deed to the property. Okay, and that is the buying and closing process.